Oh shit, a red one. Hey, Alpha Magnus here. Um, yeah, we got ourselves the Venom. Let there be carnage. Marvel's Carnage, so you don't confuse it with DC's Carnage. We've got it. No mention of the actors on here, which is always fun. I don't think Sony is listed on here anywhere. It's good stuff. I do plan on getting a Tom Hardy head for my Venom. You can see the packaging there. Just some storm in the background. I am one of the guys that really liked the Venom movies, and not so much because they were good movies, but because they're crazy. And they didn't really care as much as, like, the other Sony properties where they just got terrible. I don't know if I'm going to pick up the secondary Venom figure that's coming out. They're doing a Let There Be Carnage version of Venom as well. But if they make figures for this next movie that's coming out, holy crap, there's a Venom horse. I gotta have that. Gotta have Venom horse. If you're a fan of fun things and you don't like Venom horse, leave right now. You've done things wrong. So here is Carnage. If you're unfamiliar, they did not do a very good job of one-to-oneing the comic book storyline, but I didn't care. It's a goofy. I kind of feel like the MCU is the sacred timeline, as they've called it themselves. They've made some missteps, but they can also just say that was a different universe. Like, what was the one? I think really the only big misstep they did was the Inhumans. That was really done badly. Everything else is kind of, they just changed stuff here or there. So let's take a look. Here is Carnage, who typically is a slender, I mean, that is kind of slender looking, but smaller person, where Venom is just like a giant. And mind you, I think Venom in the movie is like 7 or 8 feet tall. So this guy's even bigger. And slightly obscene. So for what it's worth, this figure is probably one of my favorite ones. I might buy that other one because I've thought about doing a custom of this where he is got the spider symbol there. The Tom Hardy version of the I guess this is going to be a review of the movie. The first movie, Tom Hardy, Eddie Brock, not really Eddie Brock at all. I guess the best way to put it is he's Eddie Brock without a Peter Parker / Spider-Man to foe against. Because part of what makes Venom so great is that he really hates Spider-Man, Parker, like, so then when they join forces, it's like, well, this is great. One thing that I've always wanted to see is J. Jonah Jameson as a symbiote, just because that would be funny. So I don't know if that's ever happened in a What If or if the actual storyline, because I haven't followed comics in a long time. But back in the 90s, it was like, man, that'd be funny as hell. So Cletus Cassidy here is the child, I guess, of Venom. There's a spawning and whatnot. So it's kind of a weird movie where I think by the end, spoilers, he eats Carnage, because that's the thing that can happen. So he is taller, which some people were not happy about. I personally didn't care, because he also, like, towers over people sometimes. Like, it's like I don't know. I am hoping that with this next movie, we get a lot more of these. This is the aesthetic that I like for these. I have a regular Carnage from a previous figure. Not a big fan of it. Let's see what the other head looks like. This is a weird too. Both of these figures kind of feel like different kinds of plastic. Some people are also mad because of the teeth were on there. He's been both. Carnage has had regular teeth as well as just kind of like spiny teeth. To get the hand open here, which it looks like we've got a little piece missing there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there. Does it on both hands, so that's cool. He's supposed to be the more fluid of them, like kind of like the Terminator, and then the T-1000 shows up and he's liquid metal. That's kind of what it's supposed to be like. We've got our secondary hand here, which is like a small blade. And we've got that. These guys are like the most, I think, 90s characters to come out. I am excited because they're getting real weird. They're putting toxin in, which I'm not as familiar with, but I like symbiotes. I think they're cool. I have my Venom pool as well, which I did not bring out. That is one of my other favorite figures from around then. It's funny because back in the day, back in the early 2000s-ish, I had an idea and I drew up a whole bunch of pictures, and it sounds like they actually did it in the comic. I went and did some reading, where I don't know, the way I had it was, someone like Oscorp or somebody takes Spider-Man's villains and then gives each one of them a symbiote, and then that leads from there. I don't know what happened with the comic, but it seems like that something like that actually happened, where the Sinister Six became all symbiotes, and kind of before that they had a bunch of like toxin and a bunch of other weird ones that were just bouncing around. So that may also have been like a what if or something. Like, it's been a while since I've actually read up on that. So let's take a look back here. We do have these extra bits that go in the holes here. So what's nice too is that this, you can have him hold himself up a little bit with them. This is just like a wired tendrils that poke in there, and it seems like you could probably take them out pretty easily. So that's good. Also sounds like we might get Null, who is one of the more recent additions to the mythos, where it's like the symbiotes have essentially a god, a demon, whatever, that is like pretty awesome, and Venom has to fight him. Venom gets wings. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's there. And since I think Sony is just kind of given up on their live action movies after Madam Web did whatever it did. So it's a cool toy. I think this was like $50. I didn't pay that much because I think I got it on a random like Amazon sale. Those for like Marvel figures, and just happened to still be up on pre-order. I like it, but I think for the cost, this guy was $25. Maybe he was 40. That's what it was. It's $15 extra for a little bit larger, and then those tendrils. Did I need the tendrils? That's debatable. I would have liked it to be able to, like, maybe, I know that probably didn't even happen in the movie, but be able to put like one of the heads on here, because I know his version has the extra heads, and I would like that. So I might pick up that other one just to do a specific custom making spiderweb version of this. Hilariously, I don't own a single MCU Spider-Man, but I have 2 Venom figures now. They hold a place in my heart. What can I say? Some people were really angry about this, but I think aesthetically, this is what does it for me. It'd also be really cool if maybe we get that weird Venom pool thing. I know the next movie is next Deadpool movie is supposed to be bonkers, and that would be neat to see Venom take him over. And chaos ensues. So let's take a look at this guy's articulation. It looks to be pretty much a dupe of this one. There are a few things that are, of course, different. We have pinless here versus the pinned. I didn't see if that part 2 was pinned or not. No waist swivel, but there's a upper torso swivel, I guess. We do have this diaphragm, which that leads to some fun posing you can do there. Let's pop these hands back off. They do have hinges on each one of these hands. We're going to put the regular ones on, though, for now. This thing's a little bit difficult to mess with these tendrils on. There, now we got a good Carnage pose. Father and son right there. So the figure itself has great articulation. Probably one of the better Marvel Legends that I've picked up in a while. Actually, the only other ones that I have sitting around, I guess, I got like Heat Blade Wolverine. I got it somewhere else, but I don't keep the Marvel Legends out. They usually stay in their little section. I don't think I'm going to be displaying him with the tendrils quite yet, until I get like a specific display. Don't really have a lot of Spider-Man even. I think the last Spider-Man I got was the Japanese Spider-Man. So here we go. That is the Let There Be Carnage. Carnage. If you plan to get this guy, I would do it sooner than later. I feel like this one, they probably only made enough to cover the pre-orders. I think it's an Amazon exclusive. I may be completely wrong on that. I just remembered looking for it on Hasbro Pulse, and I couldn't find it. So unless I was entering something incorrect, who knows? Awesome figure, though. Definitely looks just like that. I'll need to get a Woody Harrelson head for part of it. See if that's available even. Because I know that the Tom Hardy transformation one is available. So I will definitely be rocking that. So hope you enjoyed my chaotic review. Got some stuff going on in my life right now. So just needed to get out of the headspace for a minute. Please like, subscribe, comment. Until next time, I'm Alpha Magnus. It's a red one! Eddie!